and griping. Finally, what is real and what is imagined are both experienced similarly in the brain. This has been demonstrated through various experiments in which objects who imagine something produce electrical and chemical activity in the brain that is remarkably similar to when they actually live out what they are imagining. All of this is shown through functional MRI. Reality can be quite harsh and is full of limits and problems. We all must die. Every day we get older, less strong. To become successful requires sacrifice and hard work. But in our imagination, we can voyage beyond these limits and entertain all kinds of possibilities. Our, our imagination is often limitless. And what we imagine has almost the force as if we actually experience. And so we become creatures who are continually prone to imagining something better than our current circumstance and feeling some pleasure in the release from reality that our imagination brings us. All of this makes the grass is always greener syndrome inevitable in our psychological makeup. We should not moralize or complain about this possible flaw in human nature. It is a part of the mental life of each one of us, and it has many benefits. It is a source of our abilities to think of new possibilities and innovate. It is what made our imagination such a powerful instrument. And on the flip side, it is the material for which we can move and excite and seduce. Knowing how to work on people's natural covetousness is a timeless art that we depend on for all forms of persuasion. Remember, what they can't have, they want it more. And the more you make them wait, the more intense the fantasies in your absence. The problem we face it is not that people have suddenly stopped coveting, but quite the opposite. That we are losing our connection to this art and the power that comes with it. We see evidence of this in our culture. We live in an age of bombardment and saturation. Advertisers blanket us with their messages and brand presence, directing us here and there to click or buy. Movies, right? Let's go right here. We see evidence. Okay, so to understand, people may point to all of this as evidence that we humans are becoming more honest and truthful. But human nature does not change within a few generations. People have become more obvious and forthright, not out of some deep moral calling, but out of increased self-absorption and overall laziness, and they can't control their emotions. It requires no effort to simply be oneself or to blast one's message. And the lack of effort simply results in lack of effect on other people's psychology. It means that people's interest in you will be paper thin. Is that what I'm doing with my other channel? Oh, Lord. Their attention will quickly move on. Oh, Lord. And you will see the other reason for this. Do not swallow the easy moralism of the day. Oh, I got to start manipulating you guys, which urges honesty at the expense of desirability. Go in the opposite direction. With so few people out there who understand the art of desirability, it affords you endless opportunities to shine and exploit people's repressed fantasies. And so this understanding is something that we all have access to this. It's just that people are lazy. For example, in the book, it talks about how it's all about giving people space, more space than necessary, knowing when to withdraw, right? Pulling away every now and then, okay? Creating rivalries, meaning making people fight for you, right? Letting people know that there's competition. Letting people know there's competition, using absence, and what else? Let me make sure I didn't. And he does talk about induction. We may think we live in a time of great freedom. Oh my God, Father Alice can't read. Compared to the past. But in fact, we live in a world that is more regulated than ever before. Our every move is followed digitally. There are more laws than ever governing all aspects of our behavior. Political correctness, which has always existed, can be intense because of how visible we have become with our social media. Secretly, most of us feel bothered and crushed by all of this constraint in our physical and mental movement. We yearn for what is transgressive, beyond the limits that we set for us. We can easily be pulled towards that repressed knowing. Yes, you want to associate your objects with something ever slightly illicit, unconventional, or politically advanced. For example, the toxic dating coach, or Shira 7, or following Donald Trump. Not anymore, but before Donald Trump was considered more like illicit and like unpopular or secret Trump supporter. So that made his movement even more illicit. Or like the dark tactics to make somebody love you, right? Chanel did this with her overt androgynous appeal and flouting gender roles. The fight between generations is always right for material for this. What you offer is bold contrast to this stodgy previous generation. What an illicit desire that people all have is voyeurism. To peek inside the private lives of others violates strict social taboos. You can incorporate this into your work by giving the impression that you are revealing secrets that should not be shared. Finally, dangle in front of people the prospect of grasping the unattainable or the impossible. Life is full of all kinds of irritating limits and difficulties. To become wealthy or successful requires great effort. Your object, however, offers the fantasy of quick paths towards wealth and success, of recovering youth, of becoming a new person, or even conquering death. By the law of induction, we can imagine all sorts of shortcuts and fantasies, which gives us the desire to reach them, imagining them almost like you are experiencing yourself. Oh, this is dark. Yeah, this is. Remember, it's not possession, but desire that secretly impels people. To possess something inevitably brings about some disappointment and sparks the desire for something new to pursue. You are preying upon the human need for fantasy and the pleasures of chasing after them. In this sense, your efforts must be continually renewed. Once people get what they want or possess you, your value and your respect for you immediately begins to lower. Keep withdrawing, surprising, and stimulating the chase. As long as you do, you have the power. Oh, Lord. I'm just thinking about my channel. How the fuck did I do that, people? Did I lose that aura? I think I did. I think possibly I told you guys everything that I needed to know. I should have learned from power. I should have just being a little bit more sneaky about it, right? But this is how it works, right? And you gotta understand, this is not about how to make somebody love you. It's really about making somebody desire you so that you could sell them something or gain something from them. To make somebody love you with this is not gonna work. It has to be something genuine. It has to be accidental, actually. Anyways, man, let me know what you guys think about this. Let me know in the comment section down below. If you guys want me, let me know which one you guys prefer. Do you guys prefer reading from here? Or do you guys prefer from the screen where you guys can see and follow along? You guys let me know in the comment section down below. And join the Patreon to get more of these videos. Are you needy and creepy? Do you have a tough time coming across confident when you like the person? A lot of the times you just don't know what to do. You have habits and patterns that whenever somebody triggers you, you completely forget what to do the right thing. Well, guess what? I have a course for that. And it's called The Psychological Game of Attraction, Natural Chemistry, and The Feminine Woman, what I call the fundamentals. All of those courses are meant to eradicate and exercise the needy, creepy parts in you through action. Meaning, you do what the videos say, and without a shadow of a doubt, you actually get the results. You'll notice that men call you back more. Men will want more relationships with you. They're gonna be the ones that are needy and creepy. They're gonna be the ones that want something. They're gonna be the ones that are the aggressors in trying to get a relationship out of you. But the problem is that a lot of people just watch one or two videos and completely forget that there's actually a system. Don't just watch one or two videos. Get the system either by purchasing all of them and get a discount, or purchase them individually. Because a lot of the times, just watching one video in isolation, you actually miss the big picture. You have to understand why it works. You have to understand what to do next. And a lot of times, my videos just can't address that. A lot of people, you see by the testimonies right here, a lot of people have done what those videos say, and they've gotten results. Like the other day, I was in Mexico, and they were like, "Hey, Alexis," and I'm like, "Hey, oh my God, you watch your videos are so great." And I'm like, and she was like, "Look at my kid." I'm like, "What you talk about your kid? That's not my kid." She's like, "No, no, no, because of him, because of your videos, he's here." And I'm like, "Okay, all right, that's a thing." But I get that a lot. And ironically, that woman watches all of my videos, right? So purchase those courses, man. And if you don't like it, you actually could get a 30-day money-back guarantee, right? Purchase them individually or get a discount and purchase them all by clicking on the description down below. You have the option of purchasing the one with the bonuses that obviously it's more material, where it's like I give you guys meditations. There's also other courses on how to make friends, how to master anything, or you could purchase it without the bundle, which is much more affordable, all right? And with that, you guys are able to support my channel, which will allow me to make more videos, okay? Anyways, see you guys inside, and thank you.